Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hare Guruvayurappa Sharanam. Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto 22nd chapter describes how Krishna entered the forest of Vrindavana in the autumn, playing his flute, and how he attracted the gopis who were singing his glories, and how the gopis prayed to goddess Katyayani to obtain Krishna as their husband, and how Krishna later stole the garments of the gopis while the gopis were bathing in Yamuna. This is condensed in the saga 60 of Narayaneeyam, named GopeeVastraapaharanam. During the month of Margashirsha, that is Margari Madam, every day early in the morning, the young daughters of the cowherds would take one another's hand and, singing Krishna's transcendental qualities, go to the Yamuna to bathe. Desiring to obtain Krishna as their husband, they would then worship the goddess Katyayani with incense, flowers, and other items. One day, the young gopis left their garments on the shore of the river as usual and began playing in water while chanting Krishna's activities. Suddenly, Krishna himself came there, took away all the garments, and climbed a nearby Kadamba tree. Wanting to tease the gopis, Krishna said, "I understand how fatigued you gopis are from your austerities, so please come onto the shore and take back your clothes." The gopis then pretended to become angry and said the cold water of the Yamuna was giving them great pain. If he did give the clothes back, they would willingly carry out his orders in the mood of humble servants. Sri Krishna replied that if the girls really intended to follow his command and be his maidservants, they should each immediately come onto the shore and take their respective garments. The girls, trembling from the cold, climbed out of the water with their two hands covering their body parts. Krishna, who felt great affection to them, again spoke, "Because while executing a vow, you bathed in the water naked, you have committed an offense against the demigods. And to counteract it, you should offer obeisance with joined palms. Then your vow of austerity will achieve its full result." Gopis followed Bhagwan's instructions, folding their hands in respect, offered obeisance to Sri Krishna. Satisfied, he gave them back their clothing, but the young girls had become so attracted to him that they could not leave. Understanding their minds, Krishna said that he knew they had worshipped Katyayani to get him as their husband. Because they had offered their hearts to him, their desires would never again become tainted by the mood of materialistic enjoyment. Next autumn, he told them their most cherished desire would be fulfilled. Then the gopis, fully satisfied, returned to Vraja, and Sri Krishna and his boys went to a distant place to graze the cows. These are the contents of this chapter 60 of Narayaneeyam. Bhagavata sloga of this Katyayani Puja done by Brajastisas is here. Katyayani Mahamaye Mahayoginyatishwari Nandagobasudam Devi Padim me Gurute Nama. This sloga means that they pray for union with the Lord. The word husband, that is Padi, should be understood in this sense. The clothes are symbolic of the 8 fetters, that is bondages, which bind the human being. These are hatred, fear, aversion, egoism, vanity, pride of birth, obsession with formalities of good conduct, and shyness shyness to chant Bhagavat Namas. Bhagavan takes such oaths to remove these fetters of Gopikas, and when they gave up their body consciousness and surrendered themselves totally, they received Bhagavan's blessings. Now we will listen to the Narayaniya slokas. मदनातुरचेतसोऽन्वहं भवदङ्घ्रिद्वयदास्य काम्यया यमुनातटसीं निसैगदीं तरलाक्षो गिरिजां समाचिजन्. The beautiful-eyed girls of Raja, overcome by Cupid, that is Manmada, and love for thee, were desirous of serving thy two lotus feet. To achieve this, every day on the banks of Yamuna, they made an image of sand of goddess Katyayani, that is Girija, and worshipped it. तवनाथ कथारदासमं सुदृशप्रादरुपागदानदीम् उपहारशदैरभूजयन् दैदो नन्दसुदो भवेदिति. All the beautiful girls were always immersed in chanting thy name and narrating thy deeds. In the morning, they would go to the river and worship goddess Katyayani with hundreds of offerings and pray to her that Nanda's son Krishna may become their husband. इदिमासमुपाहितव्रताः तरलाक्षीरभिवीक्ष्यता भवान् करुणामृदुलो नदीतटं समयासीतदनुग्रहेच्छया. Though were moved by compassion when you saw that the beautiful-eyed girls had performed the vows for a month with a desire to bless them, thou went to the river bank. नियमावसिदौ निजाम्बरं तडसीमन्यवमुच्यतास्तदा यमुनाजलखेलनाकुलाः उरदस्त्वाम् अवलोक्य लज्जिताः. The observances of the vows being completed, they eagerly went to sport in the Yamuna waters, leaving their clothes behind on the bank. Seeing thee in front, they felt very ashamed. त्रभया नमिदाननास्वथो वनिदा स्वम्बरजालमन्दिगे निहितं परिगृह्य भूरुहो विडवं त्वं तरसाधिरूढवान्. The girls stood with their heads hung in shame. Though took away the heap of their clothes lying nearby and quickly climbed up the branch of a tree. इहतावदुपेत्यनीयदां वसनं वसुदृशो यथायथम् इति नर्म मृदुस्मिते त्वयि ब्रुवदिव्यामुमुखे वधूजनैः. Come here, O beautiful-eyed ones, take each one of your clothes. Though said with a soft, sweet smile, the girls were confused when they were asked to do so. अयि जीव चिरं किशोरनस्तव दासीरवशीकरोषि किं प्रदिशाम्बरमम्बुजे क्षणेधी उदितस्त्वं स्मितमेव दत्तवान्. Oh, dear boy, may you live long. We are your handmaids. Why do you tease us thus? Oh, lotus-eyed one, give us our clothes. Thus being told, though merely gave a smile. अधिरुह्यतडङ्कृताञ्जलिः परिशुद्धाः स्वगतिर्निरीक्ष्यताः वसनान्यखिलान्यनुग्रहं पुनरेवङ्गिरमप्यदामुदा. Though saw that the girls had come up by the bank with joined hands, that they were purified at heart and that they had surrendered to thee as their sole resort. Though with joy give them back all their clothes and also words of promise as blessings. विदिदं ननुवो मनीषिदं वदिदारस्त्विह योग्यमुत्तरं यमुनापुलिने सजन्त्रिकाः क्षणदा इत्यबलास्त्वमूजिवान्. Known indeed is your desire to me, I'll surely give a proper response in the moonlit nights on the sand banks of Yamuna. Thus you said to the girls. उपकर्ण्य भवन्मुखच्युतं मधुनिष्यन्ति भजो मृगीदृश प्रणयादयि वीक्ष्य वीक्ष्यते वदनाब्जं शनगैर्गृहं गदाः. O Hare, the doe-eyed girls heard thy honey-dripping words flowing from thy mouth. Looking with love at thy lotus face again and again, they slowly went home. इति नन्वनुगृह्य वल्लभिः विपिनान्देषु पुरेव सञ्चरन् करुणाशिशिरो हरे हर त्वरया मे सकलामयावलिम्. Thus, thou blessed the Gopikas and continued to roam the woods as before. O Hare, with thy such cooling compassion, quickly put an end to all my hosts of ailments. With this sloga, Dasaga 60 of Narayaneeyam are completed here, and before closing this video, we will listen to Sadi Suresh Bhajan Sutra.
Mandala Drita Kundala Kalitalita Vanamala Krishna Jaya Jaya Deva Hare Hare Krishna Jaya Jaya Deva Hare. कालिय विषधर गंजन जन रंजन यदुकुल नलिन दिनेश कृष्णा जय जय देव हरे हरे कृष्णा जय जय देव हरे. मधुमुरनरक विनाशन गरुडासन सुरकुल केळि निधान कृष्णा जय जय देव हरे हरे कृष्णा जय जय देव हरे.